Welcome, my dear students. We'll see now how we can adjust the how can we adjust our own balance sheet. I will give you just a small example about how we can adjust the balance sheet. But firstly, please let me just drag this here so that the board can be clear for you guys. Yeah, here it is. So it's like when we want to make a balance sheet, when we want to just to balance the balance sheet, we'll check out both sides like this, what I will show you right now. So if I say that here as example, and I'm done for the example, and I have here assets like that way, I have this side the assets, and the other side is the liabilities. The other side is the liabilities. And we said that we have already the current assets, looks like this. This is the current assets. Let's say that the current assets were account receivable, like around 100. Cash is 200. Inventory of 400. And we have also, let's say we have also, we have cash inventory. We have also, as example, prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses of $900. And we have fixed assets as well. Fixed assets. The fixed assets is the second type of the asset because we know we have current assets and we have fixed assets. Let's say the fixed assets lands was about let's say any number, just we'll assume $1,000. And equipments or building 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 of $2,000. Cool, that's perfect. Now I want to add all this up, but I will do the other side and check out how will be the situation. For going for the current asset this side, the liabilities must be on the other hand, and the fixed in front of the fixed. So current assets in front of it on the other side will be current liabilities, and fixed assets on the other side will be the fixed liabilities. So let's say now, we'll say here the current liabilities, like I will do right now, current CURRENT, current liabilities. Here we go. So the current liabilities, if we say account receivable here, the other side will be account payable. Because account receivable in the assets are debit, account payable in the credit. So account payable, let's say account payable is around, let's say $300. So we have also short-term credits, short-term credits of $200. We have also, besides the short-term credits, we have as well, we have, let's say, accrued expenses, ACCURED expenses of, let's say, $200. And also, we have accrued expenses, and we have as well, here, we'll have the fixed liabilities on that side, fixed liabilities. The fixed liabilities here we will say that the capital, for an example here, capital will be $1,000. Fixed liabilities, the capital is $1,000. So let's see now, we'll go for the two sides of the balance sheet. They should be equal. So we should write the same amount here. We should write the same amount here. Okay. How about if they are not balanced? If both of them are not balanced, what we will do? Let's see this example right now, or what we are working on right now. So the total here, if I say the total here, total 100 and 200, this is 300, 300 and 400, 700, 700 and 900, 1,600, 1,600 and 1,000, 2,600, and 2,000, those are 4,600, 4,600. Okay, so all the sum here is 4,600. Again, 100 and 200, this is 300, and 400, 700, 1,600, and 2,600, and plus 2,000, that will be $4,600. So the other side particularly is 300 and 200, this is 500. Let's add them up. 300 and 200, that's 500. 500 and 200, this is 700. And 1,000, that's all comes to 1,700. Oh, what I will do then? What then I will do? So if I add them up together, 300 and 200 and 200 and 1,000, all will come to 1,700. I will put this number here right now. I will put it on a side here, any place away of the budget. I will write it any place away of the budget. I wrote 1,700 somewhere, like anywhere. But actually what will happen? What will happen here is that I will put the greater number. I will put the greater number. So I have 4,600 this side and 1,700 this side. So what I will put? I will put the big amount, which is 4,600. 4,600. The great amount is 4,600. I will put that amount, which is the greater one, the greater of them. That is 4,600. Here we go. 4,600. Okay. The point now is still this side is only 1,700. This side, when we add it up, it's only 1,700. Cool. I will go outside. Let me do it on my hand. And I will say, as example, the 4,000, like as example, outside of the budget of the balance sheet, away from the balance sheet, I will say as example, the 4,600, like this here, 4,600 minus 1,700, that will give me, I will check how much it is, 4,600 minus 1,700, that will give me, this is 0, this is 0, this is 9, 2,900. So the balance will be 2,900. So I need more 2,900 this side, here on this side. I need more 2,900. So both will equal 4,600. Where I will put this 2,900, which is the gap, I will put this $2,900 with the capital. I will increase the capital with 2,900. So if the capital was 1,000 plus 2,900 plus this 2,900, that will give me 3,900. So this will be 1,000 plus the 2,900. What is the 2,900? It's the amount which will make both of them the same. Because this side was greater than this side with 2,900. More with 2,900. So the new capital will be 1,000 plus 2,900. That all will come to 3,900. And that is the way. So now, when I add them up, both of them, they will be 4,600 in both the two things. So here, 300 and 200, this is 400, 500 and 200. This is 700, 700 and 3,900. That will give me 4,600. Okay, how about if it was the opposite? How about if it was the opposite? By other meaning, if this side, when I add them up, was greater than this side. Let us say here again, instead of drawing another example, I want you to draw these numbers only here. Keep these numbers, but just write another example with these numbers only. And the capital here was 5,000. Let us say that the capital was 5,000 here. Let's say that the capital was $5,000. So we would say the same numbers, like another example with, so that instead of removing and putting another example, we just want to work on it right now by that way. So I will add up, I will add them up all the way and check the greatest number and put it on the two sides, like what I did exactly. I will add them up again, then take the greater number of both of them, the greater of both of them, then I will put it in both the sides. Okay, so I will say here, this time, 300 plus 200 plus 200 plus 5,000, that will be 3 and 2, 5 and 2, 700, all will be 5,700. Basically, from the number itself, this is the greater. So I will put here 5,700. Again, I will say. Let me write it in black so it will be clear, more clear than these red colors, 5,700. So here now I have the 5,700 on the side. Let me check out this side how much it is. I have here 100 and 200. This is 300, 300 and 400. This is 700. Let me do the numbers in just black, so it might be, it's better to be more clear. It's here like this, 100. This is 200. This is 400. I think it's clear now, more obvious. And here, the building and the assets like that. So 100 and 200, 300. 300 and 400, 700, 700 and 900, this is 1,600, 2,600, 4,600. When we add them up, I will just put this number here, but I will not put it here in the budget. This here for me, just on a side, on one side, away from the balance sheet. I will not write it away. But since this number is the greater, which is 5,700, this number is the greater 5,700, then I will put this number here as well. So here it will be 5,700. Wait a minute. How much I need now to balance this side? How much I need to balance this side? It is, if I do it outside here, it will be what I want, 5,700 minus 4,600. This is 0, this is 0. This is 1, and this is 1. So I need more $1,100. That's what I need more, $1,100. I need it where? This side is greater. Then I have to put it on this side. So both will equal 5,700. Both the sides will equal 5,700. So I add it where I will add it. I cannot add it to the lands. Cannot do this. I cannot add it to the buildings. I cannot add it to the prepaid expenses. I cannot add it in the inventory. I cannot add it to the cash. I cannot add it to the account receivable. All I can do right now is to add it as something, we call it the goodwill. And it's alone. It's not in the fixed and not in the current. We call it others. Others, and I will say goodwill. Others, O-T-H-E-R-S, goodwill, G-O-O-D-W-I-L-L, goodwill. and the goodwill will be with the difference, which is $1,100. So now both of them will be 5,700. Both of the sides will be 5,700. Like you saw here today, we have the assets, we have the liabilities, and how to balance in both the sides. So if the assets is greater than the liability, like what we saw today, if the assets are greater than the liability, we'll put the greater number in both the sides. We'll put the greater number in both the sides. So here it was, as example, 1,000. Here is 900. Then this is greater. We'll put the 1,000. So if the assets are greater than the liabilities, we'll put the number of the assets. Okay. Then we'll check which one is the weaker, which one is less. Once we put the greater number in both of them, we'll subtract the greater number from the less number. Then we'll put the balance. Okay. Now what we will do, if the shortage was in the liabilities, the assets were greater than the liabilities, we'll put this shortage, we'll add it to the capital. But if the liabilities were greater than the assets, we'll add the shortage under the name goodwill. Like here, this side was 5,700, and this side was 4,600. When we add this 4,600, so this side was greater than this side. We said 5,700 minus 4,600, and that gave me 1,100. So again, I would say it for the last time. To balance, the balance sheet means it's balanced. It's balanced from both the sides. Both the sides are balanced. That's why we work on this like that way. So we need both the sides to be balanced. So here we'll see. We'll add the assets together. We'll add the liabilities together. Then we stop and see which one is greater. The assets is greater or the liabilities. If the assets is greater, we'll put both the greatest number in both of them. If the liabilities is greater, we'll put the greater number. So the big number, we'll put it for both of them. Then we'll look for the weaker side, which is less, the less side. We'll add the amounts up, then we'll subtract it from the number down. And we'll check out where is the deficit, where is the less part. Is it here, the weak part, or the less part is here or here? If it is here, then to balance the side, I will add the amount to the capital. But if it was less here, then I will put the shortage or the deficit, the amount which will make both equal here, like this example, I will put it under the name goodwill. That's all about the balance sheet and how to balance the balance sheet, And one thing I just want to tell you as well is that when you start with the current in the T form balance sheet, we call it T form because it looks like letter T. So when you work on the balance sheet, once you find the assets on the left side, then the liabilities will be on the right side. And once you started with the current assets, then on the other side, there will be the current liabilities. And once you started with the fixed assets, on the other side, the fixed liabilities. Some budgets or balance sheets, they put the fixed up and the current down. That's fine. All the ways is fine. But put the current assets in front of the current liabilities and the fixed assets in front of the fixed liabilities. Then add the numbers again. Add the numbers up. Then put the greater of them, put on both the sides, on the assets. And so you add them up and put the greater number on both the sides. Then check which was less. Which side was less? Was the less here or the less is here? If the less is here, complete the gap between that number and the sum of these numbers, put it under the name goodwill. So both the sides will be balanced. But if this side was greater than this side, if this side, the assets, were greater than the liabilities, then put it, add it to the capital so that there will be no gap between both the sides. That's what I have for the moment for you regarding the balance sheet and how to balance the balance sheet. If it is not balanced, you can balance it by that way. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Thank you, my dears. Have a good day, everyone.